Hi, I thought I'd give a bit of a channel update because it's been a while and things have progressed. Long story short, my physical problems have improved. However, my assessment that it's what's happened has had a serious effect in regards to what I can do is absolutely correct. So with that in mind, I've had to do a complete ergonomic reshuffle of my room and my setup and what I use. I now cannot use like game controllers at all. I don't know how long that's going to be, but it left me with the thought of how the heck am I going to do this, at which point I went down a rabbit hole of things that I could get to try and help the situation. And it's at this point that I ended up discovering something called a Razer Tartarus 2. No, Razer Tartarus V2, that's better. This little bit of kit is basically a one-handed keyboard that you can use, and all the buttons are, you're able to define them, and you can use something like Hypershift, so you can actually assign extra keys to it. It's very comfortable for me to use. It's definitely a step in the right direction. I've had to ditch my mouse, so I'm 100% trackball user now, but it has left me with the opportunity to be able to get back into streaming, recording, encoding and uploading. I'm sure I could have made that rhyme in some way. Anyhow, so for the last week and a half, I kind of been doing some tests in regards to streaming, and I've got a format that kind of works for me. So what we're going to be doing going forward is I'm going to be alternating streams in regards to I'll be playing something that I consider intensive, although for a lot of people it won't actually be intensive, it'll be quite light. And then the next stream that I do, I will then do like a simple point and click adventure, something like that, something with very little in it, so it should be okay. And by alternating the games and the regime and so forth, I should be able to continue making content. Currently the plan is I've got 3 games in my streaming schedule, and I will switch out like 2 of them depending on how things are, because one's a little bit more intensive than the other. So first up, I've got Fallout New Vegas mod called Tale of Two Wastelands, which is going to be airing shortly after this. And that's basically a huge mod that dumps Fallout 3 inside Fallout New Vegas, so you can actually start the game and pick if you start in Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, and it means Fallout 3 gets all the game engine perks and mechanical perks of Fallout New Vegas. So it should be an interesting playthrough. It was fun to set up. Then the second game, which is the point and click adventure that I was talking about, is Randall's Monday. This one caught my eye a while ago, and I really wanted to have a reason to play it, so I have a reason to play it. It's very adult, so there's that warning, but I think it's very humorous, and you know, I'm probably going to drive you up the wall with a number of times that I'm like, this reference, this reference, this reference, this reference, but hey ho. And the last one is this is going to be the stream that changes the most in regards to content, because this is the one that I don't have fixed, so it's more what catches my eye at the time. So with that in mind, I've decided to go back to Terminator Resistance, because there's a free DLC and a paid DLC. I've got both of them, so I'm doing the paid DLC first, and then I'm going to do the free DLC after. And that's kind of the plan going forward. I do have news in regards to the mental health side, but I won't force that on you in this video. Instead, if you do want me to do a video about the mental health side, then just put a comment, and if I get a response that I think people want to know, then I will do a follow-up. But I don't want to just overload anyone out there in case they're having problems and hearing me talk about problems and things and what I observe. Probably a bad thing. So with all that said, I think it is time for me to wrap this up, get this all ready and encoding, and get this up. That way I can start actually having videos published again. So thanks for bearing with me through this technical problem, and I hope that things go more smoothly here on out, but it's going to be a bit dynamic for a while.